Hi, myself Pooja Bak, Assistant Professor of GKCM of GIS Group, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Here you will find the details of my contact information, and I have developed a Facebook page where regular updates regarding this course are available time to time. Hello everyone. Here in this session, I'll be going to explain performance comparison of three basic digital modulation techniques. So we can compare three basic digital modulation techniques, and those digital modulation techniques are binary amplitude shift keying technique BASK, binary frequency shift keying technique BFSK, and binary phase shift keying technique, that is BPSK. So let's see the parameter of comparison of all three digital modulation techniques. So the first one is variable characteristics. So in binary ASK, which is amplitude shift keying or on-off keying, is the simplest digital modulation technique. And in this method, there are only amplitude is switched on or off depending upon the input binary sequence. So here amplitude is switched on or off depending upon the input binary sequence. So the variable characteristics of binary ASK is amplitude. Okay. Now see binary FSK. In binary FSK, the frequency of a sinusoidal carrier is shifted according to the binary symbol. So in BFSK, the frequency of a sinusoidal carrier is changed according to the binary symbol. So here frequency is the variable characteristic. And in BPSK, binary phase shift keying, which is the most efficient of the three digital modulations, such that ASK, FSK and PSK, and here binary phase shift keying is used for high bit rates. And in BPSK, phase of the sinusoidal carrier is changed according to the data bit to be transmitted. So here phase of the sinusoidal carrier is changed according to the input binary sequence. So that's why here variable characteristic is phase, binary phase shift keying. And I have already discussed about BSK, BFSK and BPSK in my previous video. If you want to know about this, you may check this video. Okay, now let's see the second point, which is bandwidth. Okay, we have seen that in binary ASK, the bandwidth is 2 FB. And in binary FSK, where bandwidth is 2 FB plus 2 FB, which is 4 FB. And binary PSK is, the bandwidth of binary PSK is also 2 FB. So if we compare this bandwidth with that of PSK or ASK, if we compare the bandwidth of binary FSK with binary PSK or binary ASK, we can say bandwidth of BFSK equal to 2 into bandwidth of BPSK, or bandwidth of BFSK equal to 2 into bandwidth of BASK, because in both case binary ASK and binary PSK the bandwidth is 2 FB, and only binary FSK the bandwidth is 4 FB. Okay, now let's see the noise immunity. So in binary ASK, where noise immunity is very low, so the drawback of BASK is the very sensitive to noise, and that's why the noise immunity is very low. And in BFSK, the noise immunity is very high, and the binary PSK, the noise immunity also high, and the probability of error. So in binary ASK, noise immunity is low, so the probability of error will be high. And in binary FSK, we have seen that noise immunity is very high, so that's why the probability of error will be low. And the binary PSK, where also noise immunity is high, so the probability of error is low. And now let's see the performance in presence of noise. So in ASK, the performance is very poor because it has sensitive noise immunity, and that's why it is used at very low bit rates, like 100 bits per second, and that's why its performance is very poor. And in binary FSK is better than binary ASK. Okay, and now let's see the binary PSK. In binary PSK has the best performance of all the 3 digital modulation techniques in presence of noise. Okay, and that's why it yields the minimum value of probability error. So binary PSK is more efficient than binary ASK and then binary FSK. So obviously it is best of 3. And now let's see the system complexity. Okay. If you see the transmitter and the receiver block of binary ASK, so you know that this is very simple block diagram. So BASK is very easy and very simple than BFSK and BPSK. And where BFSK is, binary frequency shift keying, is moderately complex. But binary PSK, which is very complex, because its transmitter and receiver part, especially the receiver part of BPSK, is very complex. So binary ASK is the simple system complexity. Binary FSK has the moderately complex, and binary PSK is very complex. And now let's see the bit rate or data rate. Okay. So in binary ASK, we know that it has low noise or poor noise immunity. So it is very sensitive to noise, and it finds limited application in data transmission. So that's why it is used in low bit rates up to 100 bits per second. So BSK is suitable up to 100 bits per second. And now let's see the BFSK. And in BFSK, the major drawback is its high bandwidth requirement, which is 4 FB. So therefore, FSK is extensively used in low speed modems. Okay, low speed modems like having bit rates below 1200 bits per second. So BFSK is suitable up to about 1200 bits per second. And now let's see the BPSK. So it has low bandwidth efficiency, and it is suitable for high bit rates. Okay. So the bit rate or data rate of BSK is 100 bits per second up to, and binary FSK is up to 1200 bits per second, and binary PSK is suitable for high bit rates. Okay. Now let's see the demodulation method. So the demodulation method of binary ASK is envelope detection, and binary FSK is also envelope detection, but binary PSK, the demodulation method is coherent detection. So these are the basic parameters of comparison of binary ASK, binary PSK and binary FSK. And now let's see the performance comparison of BPSK and DPSK. So what is DPSK, which I have already declared in my previous video? DPSK is basically where the input sequence of binary bits is modified such that the next bit depends upon the previous bit. Okay. So in DPSK, the input sequence of binary bits is modified such that the next bit depends upon the previous bit. So therefore in the receiver, the previous received bits are used to detect the present bit. So if you want to know more about DPSK, you may visit my previous video, which is for DPSK. So we know that in DPSK, previous bit is used to detect the next bit. Okay. So let's see the comparison between BPSK and DPSK. Okay. So the first one is variable characteristics. So in BPSK, we know that phase is varying according to the input binary symbol. So variable characteristic of BPSK is phase, and DPSK also phase is varying. So phase is the variable characteristics of both BPSK and DPSK. And the bandwidth of the BPSK is FB and DPSK is also FB. And the probability of error. So in BPSK, the probability of error, which is very low, because we know that BPSK has the best performance of all three digital modulation technique in presence of noise. So it has the minimum value of probability of error. So that's why BPSK has low probability of error. But DPSK, the probability of error is higher than BPSK. And the system complexity. In BPSK, the system complexity is lower than DPSK, and where DPSK system is complex than BPSK. So it is higher than BPSK. And the demodulation techniques, in both cases, the demodulation technique is synchronous demodulation in BPSK and in DPSK also. And the noise effect. And in BPSK, the noise effect is very low, and in DPSK, the noise effect is higher than the BPSK. Okay. Now let's see the requirement of synchronous carrier. So in BPSK, where synchronous carrier is required, in DPSK, where synchronous carrier is not required, and bit determination at the receiver. So in BPSK, based on the single bit interval, and in DPSK, based on signal received in the two successive bits interval. Okay, so BPSK basically depends on the single bit interval. It means if binary bit is 1 or binary bit is 0. But in DPSK, which is based on the signal received in two successive bit intervals. So it means in DPSK, previous bit is used to detect the next bit. So if error is present in the previous bit, so the detection of next bit can also be wrong. So that's why it is based on the two successive bit intervals. Okay. So these are the performance comparison of BPSK and DPSK. So I hope that you have understood this session. And thank you so much for watching this video.